Welcome to Modern Fishing with Jared Jeffries. This week on Modern Fishing.
Oh, he's on! Jared's on!
Jared's headed to New Jersey, a fishery he's excited to learn more about.
Here we go. Enough messing around.
His buddy Steve Fernandez has been telling him about the big eye tuna bite for years, and now Jared was finally going to experience it for himself. Jared's buddy, Steve Fernandez, a fellow avid fisherman who met Jared down in Panama, was really the one who helped organize this whole trip.
I fished with Steve in Panama a couple years ago. He took a job working on this boat, and he's like, look, man, you have to get up here. Our fishery is insane right now. The big eye fishing is amazing, and I've never caught a big eye. I've heard they're a really different kind of tuna to catch. I heard they fight harder than any fish, so we'll see. We'll see what catching a big eye is like.
This is our first year, actually, in the charter business as Blue Runner sport fishing. For the past 12 or 13 years, I ran a very well-known charter boat, also based out of Point Pleasant, and just decided to go on my own at the end of last year with Joe.
I've known Mark for about 12 years now, and having fished with him for some period of time, we decided to start charter fishing on my boat.
I met Jared at Paradise Lodge in Panama, and we clicked. I mean, you know, a couple years of going back and forth, trying to plan it. You know, he's a real busy guy. Stars kind of aligned, and, you know, we got a shot for him to be able to come up here and for him chase a fish that he's never caught before.
After finally landing in New Jersey, Jared meets up with Steve and the rest of the Blue Runner sport fishing crew.
What's up, dude?
What's going on, brother? How are you?
Oh, man, good. How you been?
Long time no see, man.
A little while. Been a little while.
Glad you came up to Dirty Jersey.
I can't wait, man. Like I said, beautiful boat, man. Looks great.
Yeah, you know, we got good weather and everything. I think it's going to be good, man.
How's fishing been?
Fishing's been pretty damn good.
I
know you're a big jig and pop guy, so you're going to have your hands full.
Perfect, man. Perfect. Looking forward to it.
Dude, it's going to be awesome, man. Let's rock.
All right, buddy, let's do it. Go kill something.
The crew makes the run offshore to the edge of the continental shelf, where they'll be fishing for the rest of the night. Big eyes spend a majority of their day at extremely deep depths in search of food. Because of this, most big eye are caught just before dark or at first light, when their target food, squid, come up to the surface.
I'd actually have him tell you because I have no idea what I'm doing here. So, I mean, I can lie to you right now, but...
All right, basically, we're big eye fishing, and it's a little different up here than, you know, where they catch them in other parts of the world. We basically come to this one spot in the canyon, it's the edge of the continental shelf, and captain drives us around. We mark the fish down. Fish follow squid, which migrate up and down with the sun sets.
Oh, he's on! Jared's on! Jared! Jared!
I know, right?
Come on, baby! Come on, Jared!
Jared Jeffries has two passions in life. One is basketball, and one is fishing. So take a trip around the world with him as he shows you the best gear, tips, and tricks for fishing the world with artificial lures.
And that's the biggest one yet.
Finally hooked up on his first fish of the day and is working on getting him to the boat.
Ah, came off! Oh. Yeah, he popped off.
All right, we'll get him.
No, it was like 50 foot down.
Do it.
Go Go again. They call them big eyes for a reason. They have huge eyes, and they're able to pick up leaders in their leader shot. So we tried 100-pound, 80-pound, and eventually we ended up having 60-pound leaders on this fish. That's a huge disadvantage. You get more bites, but when you do get a bite, to actually get that fish to the boat takes a long time because you can't put too much pressure on it. Right here? All right. 50 to 80?
So once, you know, we pulled that fish off, again, it was a couple somber moments. You know, we didn't get him in the boat, but, you know, that's fishing. And with someone like Jared on the boat, there's no negativity.
So right now, what we'll do is the captain's looking on the screen, on the sounder, and he's looking down, but there's all these pilot wells around here, so the pilot wells kind of indicate where, I guess, where the squid are down, and then the big eye are around there. So we just kind of cruise around and we look. Whenever he marks something on the screen, we just drop down and see what happens to keep working jigs. We've got a long time, a lot of daylight. They said as the day goes on, it gets better and better, so we'll see.
A lot of boat traffic tends to keep the fish down, but as the sun drops, the fish should rise up to the surface.
Here we go. Enough messing around.
You know, to the average person, all the tunas look very similar. You take a bluefin, a yellowfin, or a big eye in the same size range, and you put them side by side, and the average person probably wouldn't notice a big difference. And there's a huge difference in the fish, particularly their behavior patterns. Yellowfin tend to spend the majority of their time above the thermocline. Thermocline is a separation of cold bottom water and a warm surface water. And yellowfin tend to spend their time above that in the warm water. Big eye, on the other hand, they spend the majority of their day down 12, 14, 1,500 feet of water, feeding on the bottom, feeding on squid. And that's what makes them so hard to target. And their bodies are built for deep water hunting. They have huge eyes. They don't have any pupils. Their eyes stay wide open all the time so they can hunt in the dark and they can see in the dark. And, you know, they're a challenge to catch due to their behavior patterns.
I'm gonna hook up right here. Well, you know what it is? The pressure's mounting because I caught one on my second drop, and so I was like, "This is gonna be easy." No, yeah, no.
Butterfly jigging has been proven to outfish live bait in big eye fishing. Because of the sporadic movement and action it produces, it entices the big eye to strike more often.
You got him? He's on. You got a red eye here.
Yellowfin?
I think he came off.
No.
After the crew watches the guys lose fish after fish, morale starts to get low. And what better way to cheer everybody up than some great food?
There's about 6 guys on the boat total. Carl brought enough food for 50 of us. He killed it, man. I mean, having guys like that on the boat with that kind of energy that also bring food is a big advantage.
Oh my God, nothing better.
Oh, you might not be a cowboy. This ain't your first rodeo. Look at that. Do you get them directly from Deadliest Catch?
Nah, I wish I did.
Oh my God.
Don't stop fishing just because of...
I mean, no, I'm not going out fishing, but Jesus Christ. Our camera guy, Graham, ate himself sick one night on crab legs. I like crab legs a little bit, but these crab legs were this big. I don't know where they found them. It might have been like radioactive crab, I'm not really sure. Listen, we might not catch nothing, but we are eating like kings. I mean, we will not go hungry out here. Oh my God.